Hey, it's Clay. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm playing some Battlefield 3 today. This time I'm on strike at Karkin, playing some Conquest Assault. Using the Recon kit, trying to play aggressively, even though it's a bigger map, a little more vehicle-driven. But I had a lot of success here, just trying to maneuver kind of by the C and E flag, staying in these buildings, trying to pick off targets. And the M40 is a weapon that I have not spent a ton of time with, but I've been really enjoying it lately. I've looked at some of the stats on Synthic, and it definitely is really well suited for the aggressive role. It's very similar to the SV98, which is hands down my favorite and my most used primary weapon in the game. But the M40 actually has a faster rate of fire, which could be really helpful, and may help take it over in its new place as one of my favorite sniper rifles. The bullet drop-off is one of the big cons of this weapon. I think it has one of the slowest bullet velocities of all the sniper rifles, especially the bolt actions. But, you know, that doesn't really matter. That isn't a huge factor to me because I'm not making long-range shots. I don't need to lead my target. So overall, I think it's a real winner, and having a lot of fun with it. But what I wanted to really talk about today is kind of the direction that video games are moving towards in terms of realism and in immersive environments, and kind of putting you in a position where you feel like you're living a new and different experience. So I'm talking about like the new DayZ mod game that I've been playing, Arma 2 mod, the zombie apocalypse situation. You know, and even if you look at like a game like Battlefield 3, it's extremely immersive in terms of the sounds that you hear. You know, when you throw a grenade at somebody, he yells, you know, that, hey, there's a grenade about to blow up at my feet. If you look at all the destruction, the way that the bullets flash, and the way when they hit the wall they make a splash, and the way that the walls fall down when rockets hit them, you know, all of those things create a very immersive and realistic environment. And I feel like overall, in general, the video game population is very hungry for these types of games. You know, if you look at something like Drake's Uncharted or Grand Theft Auto, these games are realistic in the sense that they put you in a, you know, you're not this superhuman with these crazy superpowers. You're a normal person equipped with normal human, you know, skills, abilities, equipment, and then it's your job to do superhuman things with them. But overall, you know, even if you just look at the character creation, you know, think back in, you know, 1998. What were the characters like, you know, in those old Nintendo games? You know, you had Sonic the Hedgehog. That was a Sega game. And you had, you know, of course, the Super Mario Brothers. It almost seems like every character that you came across as the hero was some sort of fantastical creation. You know, not even like a real attempt to try to be human or to try to be alien, but just some sort of crazy fantasy world. But if you look at heroes now, they all, you know, the main character of Call of Duty, Battlefield, you know, like Drake's Uncharted, Grand Theft Auto, all these games are these 6-foot-tall, dark-haired, pretty well-built, white, American-looking males. And, you know, for the most part, they're not really that fantastical. They don't really have superpowers. They don't really have, you know, these amazing skills. It's your ability to control them that kind of turns them into this machine of war, or, you know, this dominant position. And it just is interesting to me to see the video game market move towards realism, and kind of almost providing the user with a more engrossing experience. You know, it's almost like you're going to video games to do stuff that you could never do in real life. But you're not going to video games to escape reality. You're not going to video games to be in a world that's wholly other than our own. You know, you go to video games to try to be a better you. And I just think that's a very interesting trend and an interesting trajectory. And I think that there's a balance that needs to be struck. You know, you don't want your video game to be too realistic. I think that's one of the things that we're seeing with the Arma 2 DayZ mod, is a lot of people's frustrations center around the fact that it's too realistic. You know, the fact that you can't see anything at night. So server times are, you know, jumping all over the place. the fact that you don't start with a gun, because truly, like, how many of us actually keep a gun with us at all times if a zombie apocalypse were to occur? So you don't want to make it so realistic to the point where it's not fun. But at the same time, the realism kind of makes it like you feel like you're the main character. But yeah, as I get knifed, that's the end of my time. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think about realism in video games. Is that something you look for? Is that something that you enjoy? Do you like playing games that are fantasy-based, that are, wholly other than your own? So let me know, and I will see you guys soon.